So welcome back. A little bit of an editing problem there in the fact that I have no video editing skills, and my actual filming went up spout. Started playing when I was meant to be recording when I was meant to be pausing, and pausing when I was meant to be recording. So that is probably where I need to focus my learning skills at the moment, is videoing and video editing. So I think I was showing you around my fruit forest in the making, and basically I think I was left to mention that my blueberry bush has got blueberries growing on it, and underneath the apple tree we have got some strawberries appearing on the strawberry plants. So that concludes that area. You can see. Which is what I call my sunny area. So the sun hits this area and pretty much stays on this area most of the day. Whereas this area over here behind me, it gets a little bit of shelter from the sun from the surrounding trees. So we're going to have a wander around there right now. So this is my first raised pallet bed, and we have along here, I'll take you through, at the back there, which you probably can't see, are some young sunflowers that have been planted. I'm hoping they're going to grow up and produce some lovely colour along the back here. And then I have a mixture of, the way I've done it is I've planted root, then leaf, then root, then leaf, then root, then leaf, then root, then leaf. So I have a mixture of beetroot and cabbage and turnip and parsnip, this spinach tasted beautiful. It has such a lovely sweet taste, and it's bolted and I've lost it all. And then some lettuce at the end, and I'm losing the taste for lettuce, I've got to say. Spinach is the new lettuce. I am really enjoying that. Along the edge here I've got my nasturtiums growing with my leeks, and nasturtium growing with spring onions, my carrots, and at the bottom here, along the very bottom, I've got spring onions planted as well. What I find quite amusing is the difference between one arch and another. So I have no idea what the difference between one arch and the other is. All I know is that this arch is growing really well, and this arch is still quite sparse. Now they've pretty much got the same setup. They've got the same base. I just decided to have a wander around. He's my disabled dog. He's a star. Anyway, yeah, so they've basically got the same base, the same soil setup. They've got the same species growing in them. The peas, there's 2 different species of peas. There's 3 different species of bean. There's some squashes growing. There's different species of squashes, so that's one of the differences. On each of the arches there's a different species of squash. But I would have thought they were getting more or less the same amount of sun, and they're definitely getting the same amount of water. So I have no idea what the difference is. But anyway, these ones, I'm really proud of these ones. Look at those beautiful flowers. They're doing really well. Let's do the angle from the other side so you can see. And then we've also got the corn growing in between. So that completes the 3 sisters. So you have the peas and the beans, the corn, and the squashes. Some squashes are doing better than the others, so I'm not quite sure about how they feel about being here. This is my centre bed. So in my centre bed I have got radishes growing down either side, and then I've got some rainbow cauliflower growing up and around. So they should take over when everything else dies down. I should still have, they should get enough space to be able to grow. I just decided to come and join me and lie down and get into the film. Okay, what else have I got here? I have got some of my herbs. I've got lavender and rosemary and mint. My white onions. I have got my red onions here. Potatoes in their sacks. I need more potatoes. I've got to plant some more potatoes. I don't know where to plant the more potatoes. I'll find a space. Some peppermint and spearmint. Then here is the second trellis, and so we've got pretty much the same growing up there. My herb quadrant, and then some more herbs in the pots behind. How are we doing, Badge? Hey? Are you enjoying a bit of sun there? Are you? Who's a good boy? Yes. So this is my final bed, which is the second raised pallet bed, and we have got similar to the other one. Basically, I've gone with leaf root. So I have got broccoli, beetroot, celery, different beetroot, cabbages, turnips, spinach, but this spinach does not taste as good as the other spinach. And the rocket at the end, I can't understand this rocket. It seems to be doing really well here, and then peters off to pretty much nothing. But then as you look down the aisle, it all does that. It's all better on this side and not so great on the other side. These turnips, though, they are really going for it. And then down the edge here, we've got our nasturtium with our leeks. And that pretty much draws me to an end. So part 1 and part 2, this was part 2. I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely do. That's the whole point. It's all about having fun in the garden. So I will leave you to have fun in yours. Take care.